Welcome, my fellow preppers, to another edition of Airy Sky Release video blog. I'm Airy Sky. Now, I got a couple emails that came in, okay? People are like, when are you going to make YouTube videos? The 17th, I get them all queued up. So after the 17th, I can go live and give you more info. Unfortunately, right now we're using Rumble. But since I'm here because I got one other video to make tonight, I'm going to make it a good one. A lot of people have emailed me about, issues like the Rumble thing. They're like, oh, you made a new video on Rumble. Gotta go check it out. Oh, gotta make it on Rumble. Gotta check it out, right? Well, the thing is you might want to check it out, okay? You might not want to check it out. You see, currently, my nuclear war is possible. Prep now, or prep like your life depending on it. It's getting bad. I'm getting some actual views on it. Nuclear nukes on ships, right? Fortunately, my other two are basically waiting to be serviced and approved. But, those two had some interesting, and a lot of people have asked, Higgins especially, and others have asked me about communications. I had a question about communications, and I was like, oh, I better get to it. So, here's what happens when a nuclear war goes off, okay? Your communications go to a grinding halt. You can't email Higgins. Higgins can't sit there and say, hello, Mom, are you there, Mom? Nothing. Zoe won't be on the phone texting boys or girls or whatever, and Higgins ain't going to be contacting his mom. Now, if Higgins isn't smart enough, and he's like, oh yeah, and all of a sudden, an EMP hits, right, and powers down the entire grid, he's going to be sitting there with his bow fan going, oh, Mom. She might not even hear it. And if there is a blast, do you think Higgins is going to drive his car a mile away, check on his mom when the radiation could fall? No. His best bet is to stay put. Okay, now you're asking about communications. What do? Well, you don't rely on Google. You don't rely on AT&T or any networks. They're going to be down. You can rely on the crappy little radios. It's buried somewhere around here. Chloe keeps misplacing my radios. She's like, well, do you want them? Stupid turd nugget that she is. So basically, we have some of these radios right here. They are. So we got these radios. We got to charge, right? These radios were only going to be good for, but not limited to. I got to find the plug charger because I got to charge them up again somehow. Apparently they got a rechargeable battery pack. You want to find out? Is this how you take it off? Okay. And then it takes 4 AAA batteries. Okay, this takes 4 AAA batteries. These are rechargeable. Okay, so 4 AAA batteries. Okay, so now we know. Okay, so 4 AAA batteries. This is where you buy the AAA batteries in the 48 pack. Because these will come in handy for communicating with your neighbors. They kind of like little kid radios. They're just so damn small, But for your neighbors, these will work just fine. So what you do is you pay $50 or so. You can buy a cheaper set. You can probably get a 4-pack. I'm going to look that up real quick on the thing. These are Midlands. So Midland makes some good little FRS radios. They're only good for, and the range is about 3/4 of a mile if you're in the city. Now, if everything gets annihilated, you don't have these turned on, and they're in your prepper's kit, and you field test these and they work, good for you. You don't want the rechargeable batteries. Okay, so for this, you got to ask yourself, for communications, what will you use? Okay, I'll give you 3 types of communications. 3. All right, you can sit there and say, but Rita, no buts. All right. 3 types of communications. 4 if you count the police scanner. The police scanner is only used for receiving information. Now remember, your police scanner has to have AA batteries. You don't want anything with rechargeables. If you think you can get away with an SDS 100 and it has the proprietor battery, well, that's on you. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the communications that you might need. I'm going to also go through the Baofeng, because Higgins won't let me live it down if I don't talk about crap hole Chinese-made pieces of garbage. And then I'm going to go to Midland, right here. And then I'm going to the Christmas list right here. So let's go here. First of all, on Uniden, okay? Uniden. There's only a few items you can use pre-prepping for, but not limited to, is Uniden. Okay, for one, let's talk about Uniden. First of all, on Uniden, you're going to basically turn around and you're going to basically, literally, use these, okay? The first thing you want to think about is get a cheap pair like this. This is like $55, okay? So, if you have the time to order something better, you might want to get a pair of these. I told Higgins to try something like this for his mom. Now, if there's too many obstructions, he might even get a quarter mile. So, he's going to have to do his research, okay? But for the sake of the argument, let's just talk, okay? First, we're going to go through Uniden, Midland, and then the other organization. Okay, there's Midland, Baofeng, and then my final thing, I'm going to go through Uniden, which is fine. And then down here is, sorry about that. And then another video, we will be talking about other things. Here we go. So for Communications is tonight's video. A lot of people have asked me about other videos. I will get to it. So first of all, you can spend 50 bucks. You can buy yourself each a handheld radio that takes 4 watts of power, high and low. It's handheld, so it'll basically be good for utilizing your radios. So basically, for example, your radios will be used 4 watts. You can use it for the neighbors. You can do a test, see how far it goes. Now, if there's a nuclear war, you're going to need handheld radios like this, okay? Now, Higgins like, oh, I'm going to use the Baofeng because no one's going to arrest me for using it. The FCC won't be anymore. Let me just tell you, if there's a nuclear war, all right, the power grid's shut down, the repeaters aren't going to work. Think about it. Not a lot of people know this, but your repeaters won't work. And if the ham radio repeaters don't work, that means that ham to ham, unless you're connecting to a repeater, won't work. Think about it. If the power grid goes completely down, ham radio operators aren't going to be able to use their ham radio, so the band's going to be dead. What are you going to be stuck listening to? Police, fire, EMS, marine band, air band. Now, if your air band isn't moving that much, you got a problem, okay? So let's continue. So, if you know there is no nuclear war and you're preparing for a banking collapse, right? Then a base station basics Uniden Pro CB radio will come in handy. Okay, I'm just going down the list. CB radios. Okay. Now, if you want to spend 94 bucks, you can get a better radio. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, this radio is great. It's got this radio is good. You can keep in touch with your family." But at the same time, you could literally put batteries in it, which I want only batteries that take AA's or AAA's. And 2 is you can also use it with NOAA weather thing. Now, if you're going down the pipe, you can buy something like a basic 40 channel, throw in a Bing Fu, or buy a higher antenna and hope like hell it works on some metal meatloaf pans, which could work in your window and stuff, right? Now, you can sit there and say, well, what about the other radios? Now, you can go with single sideband CBs. Those are good too, but the problem is you need to make sure you have the antenna, all right? Now, if a power goes out, you cannot use base station at all. Even if you make your own base station out of 3, if you have 3 base station radios, you're not going to be able to reach out because there won't be any power. And even if you had a Jackery designed just for that particular thing, you won't waste your thing, right? And you're not going to waste it on rechargeable batteries. You're going to carry batteries on you. Now, for some of you out there in a digital area and a digital scanner, you're going to want at least the BCD325P2. Now, check radio reference as usual. The 325 will help you with handheld mode, and it'll keep you up to date with batteries. Now, if you're in an analog zone, take the BC125AT or the 75XLT unit. All right, now, if you're going to go and invest in higher scanners, you could buy one that's got a scanner and a CB built in just because you can have it for poops and giggles. But remember, your CB won't work or your scanner if your power's out, so you want to have handheld. And that is why I keep telling you to also get a crank radio for that particular purpose. Now, we're going to go to Midland now. Now, for Midland, remember, we're talking about all types of communications here. Midland, right, is you buy the Midland. If you want to set it up as a base station, you got to buy the right powerful pyramid power adapters, which are like $50. Once you get that set up, then you decide what you want to buy. Now, currently, the Midland radios are going for $60. Apparently, everyone bought out the $30 jobbies. Okay. So then you have the Midland CB radio. You can buy one of those and try that. And if it works, it works. I'd rather go with Citizen Band because more likely CB is not going to be used that much even after a nuclear attack. Because CB is not highly used and the channels would be free. Channel 9 would also be used for emergency, so it would be highly usable. These ones, Channel 9 is not an emergency channel, okay? Secondly, on this is you can keep going up. Like, for example, you can pay $70 for a set of 2, and then you can go into paying $70 for a set of Midland, $70 for a Midland CB. Again, me and Higgins are researching CBs, so we'll get more information too. Now, if you want to go and spend more money, you can spend $100 and get a base station that has 3-pack. Now, that would mean 3-pack of radios would be perfect for, but not too perfect, you know. And that's why, you know, I'll tell you what, all right? Then finally, okay, if you want to go higher than the Midlands, you can pay $150 and you can buy approximately 6. Unfortunately, if you need 6 of them, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd be having 2 for spares. Okay, think about it. 2 spares. All right, 2 spares. Is it worth it? I don't know. Probably not. But you got to remember, anything that takes AA batteries is a good thing. And I haven't even checked the Midland radios yet. That's the thing. Any of these there? Let's look. Because frankly, I'm curious about the FRS radios if they literally take AA batteries. Some say they can go to 36 miles. These literally don't. Now, I will tell you a couple things coming up, but I just want to see this. So you get a 2-pack. Doesn't say anything about the batteries, right? 2-pack desk charger, US charging cable, owner's manual, rechargeable battery packs. There, see? I'm busy, Chloe, so you'll have to go to your room until I'm done. So any of these that you buy, people, you're going to realize that unless it takes AAA or AA batteries, you're not going to want some rechargeable batteries in case oh, non-perishables, thank you. God bless you. I should have asked for a soda, man. I ran out of Pepsi. You know that? I was thinking about it on the way home. Fine. Again, one of the things you got to ask yourself is will this take rechargeable batteries? More likely, yes. But if it takes AAAs, you're good too. These come with double batteries, you know, but it doesn't say anything about it, you know. And then you get these ones here, and it's like double charger, you know, and then they give extra chargers, you know, AC, DC, blah, 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 you know, and, you know, but it also depends on what radios you want. Now, this one, you know, they're not telling you anything. I just want to know about batteries, you know, because they don't tell you when you purchase 6 of them what type of battery it takes. It says, oh, it takes rechargeable batteries, but it doesn't say anything about the batteries, you know. That's why you gotta do research. I'll have Higgins do the research for us, you know. He can get back to us with it. Anyways, I'm not going to go through the entire, well, I could send him the entire Midland thing. I'd keep him busy for a while, but anyways, all these basically go up in price right now. We talked, right? Now, you can go into GMRS, all right? GMRS has 15 watts, but again, unless you have it hooked to your car, you're not going to be using it because power's out. It won't be used as a base station. So, you got to ask yourself 2 things. How much are you willing to utilize it if it doesn't take batteries, right? So, any GMRS base station scanner or CB scanner is not going to be used in case of an emergency, okay? So think about it. You're going to have a 50-watt GMRS radio setup, and it won't work. Yeah. There it is, the $29.99 radio set. I think these are the cheapies. Is this what we got here? No, this is different. These ones are, you know, the cheap ones, but it's $30. You buy a $30 pair, you can basically give them to your friends and your neighbors for $30 for communication and have them keep it charged. Now, the next on the list of, instead of Midland, is Baofeng. Now, I know people sit there and say, oh, that crappy piece of junk. Well, let me put it this way. In case of an emergency, you can use a UVR5 two-way radio, which I already know works because the ferry uses those too. But the question is, how much are you willing to use it? The thing is are you willing to use it as a ham radio? Are you willing to, the question is, how many do you buy? You have the UV82s, the UVRs, 2-packs, etc., etc. And as you go down, you got to ask, in a situation where nuclear attack has happened, are you willing to break the law? I mean, literally, Higgins is willing to break the law, but at the same time, Higgins has not even handed his mom a UVR5 because it's only used for one reason, and the one reason only. So you got to ask yourself, when the UVRs, I mean, you can get the 8 waters, the UV82s, or the UV 8 watt upgrades. The point is if you look at the big deal, right? So, do you want to get 2 radios or 4 radios? In a situation like this, I would say a minimum of 4 radios if you're in your area. Now, I know there's a 6-pack of radios. I'd probably pay the 6-pack just because it's me. I would not buy anything but the 6-pack of UVR 8 watts because I would or the BFR3s because they come with, everything you need and you get spares anyways. But my point is that what I would buy for prepping purposes. Now, I don't support the UV Baofangs, but same time, I could literally tell you a Baofeng radio is a Baofeng is comes in handy if you want to pay use a dual band 2-way radio, and etc. The thing is, you got to ask yourself, is there a squelch button on this? I guess they don't. Radio alarm, push to talk. The thing is you got to ask yourself, will this take AA batteries? Now, Higgins might know, Higgins might not know, but, that's the thing. That's the thing if you're going to use something like this. So, that's the thing. You got to ask yourself, when it says battery packs, you got to ask yourself, are you going to use something like this that doesn't take, that's why Higgins should answer. But a lot of people say, oh, well, does it take batteries? I don't know. That's the thing. I have no clue about the Chinese Baofangs. I really don't. But, sake of the argument, this is something you could use if it is. Now, it looks like from the back of this, it doesn't have any way to put in AA batteries. So technically, that's another reason why I think Higgins kind of regrets it. But we'll only know in time. So, So to me, looking at the radios itself, looks like it doesn't take, you get a rechargeable battery, that's it. So they don't even give you the ability to, but if you, have the 6-pack for $132. You're basically smelling great like a rose, you know. It just depends. Or $178, you know, it would come in handy. Thing is a 6-pack would do only for certain issues, but question is, do you use it before or after, you know, the thing? The thing is for security reasons, I would recommend Baofeng as the last option. Now, we've already did was this, right? So we only got one left to go through, which is CB radios. So, CB radios, again, unless you're using a handheld radio, a base station setup will not work in case of a SHTF situation. So, for example, CB radios like the President's Adams, the Cobra Mini, those are mounted to your car. Same with the, you can make them work. The President Andy, President US Bill, President Johnny 3. I believe that, oh yeah, Johnny 3 is a CB radio. Looks pretty cool, by the way. The Cobra, the President Walker, which is pretty good. The President Ronald, Ronald's a 10-meter ham radio built in your car. That's, again, it also depends on what you're looking for in your thing, you know. So, you know, so you have to ask yourself about, you know, like, for example, Higgins and I are always looking at CBs. So if we have to do CBs, we can do it. Now, MERS, on the other end, you can use that. But the problem with the Commincations is, are you willing to... oh, here we go. Are you willing to, when it comes to MERS, are you willing to... use something that may or may not take AA batteries. So you got to ask yourself about the batteries, you know. And you always utilize your okay, so let's look here. In stock, in store. So we have Midland Emergency Weather Radio, Midland X Talker, and a Midland 24. Here we go. So we have these. Yes. And then I want to know about emergency radio. See, I'm looking at my local hardware store for a few little purchases. In stock. Okay, so there is a flashlight crank radio. There's a weather alert radio, digital battery operated. So you're gonna have to look at how much radio it's gonna take. So this is in stock. It says yes, in stock at this store. So you get $42.99 for a red set, $49.99 for a black set. That's what we have. And then we have this here, which is a emergency radio. Weather radio, so it's basically an AM FM weather radio, so it picks up weather, and it runs on 3 AA Midland batteries and weather, you know, so AA batteries, so you can always plug them out. And then this one is a Midland weather alert radio. Has it got FM, or is it just this? This says it does 25 programmable countries, color code alert indicators, 3 AA batteries. So for the price, you can buy yourself a weather radio right there. And, yeah, I don't know if it does AM or FM, but you get the idea. So, let's see. So, I'm looking at A's. Okay. Because I always like to look. Yep. So, if you put in unit in, do you get anything from unit in? Yeah, just batteries, apparently. Ultra fast cordless phone batteries. Okay, what about Cobra? They should have something on Cobra, right? So, Cobra and Midland. Okay, so nothing. Alright, so See, I'm looking this up as I'm talking to you for communication purposes. Now, 3 items you do not want to buy, okay, in case of nuclear preparation problem. One is um, your your portable DVD player. I've always said get one, but if you have no power to power it during a nuclear power, you'll get 6 hours of battery. So even if you have all your jackeries charged, if you bought solar batteries and you're charging up backup batteries, you're going to have to ask yourself, are you willing to risk charging your DVD player so a week later your batteries are all drained because um, your kids wanted to watch movies. Think about it. Anyway, movies. Then you have the other problem at hand, which isn't about the jackery. It's more about the final product, which is the portable TV. Okay, I have portable TV players, right? Portable TVs, right? They're not like the old days where you put D batteries, C batteries, double A's in. They're gone. Fat moves. So in a nuclear preparation, you don't need to have a long-range emergency unbattery powered antenna because you're not going to be picking up any signal anyways for television because no one's going to be running the station. So that would leave you with the TV that you bought that's useless. So this is why Tildor and I keep saying prep like you have a pair because you got to cut out some of these fancy smancy items. I mean, look. Chloe and I keep a backup thing. We pay once a year. It's kind of expensive, but I'll tell you, it is and every year we upgrade the phone. We send it in. They say, oh, it's brand new, not used. They send us a new one for like $150. I don't have to tell you the program. And they send us a new satellite phone with our minutes rolled over so we never lose satellite minutes. Problem is, if the satellites are jamming everything and the satellites aren't working, satellite phones won't work. So again, buying a satellite phone is only that. Who are you going to call if you have a satellite phone? Me and Chloe were talking about how much, So let me put it this way. Your phone ain't going to work. Your phone's not going to work. Your computer ain't gonna work. Your computer might just have been fried up. Poppy, with an EMP fries out his computer and he survives, he'll be like, oh well. Think about it. Best bet is to shut your power off during the nuclear thing. But, get canned goods, canned this, canned that, right? Portable TV is not gonna work. You're not gonna have anything to receive. Now you can sit there and say, oh well, I want the AM from radio, right? What if, hold on a second. What if, hypothetically, what if people, you the preppers, turn around, You the preppers turn around. And you buy yourself a NOAA weather radio. Does anyone know where the radio comes from? What if there's an EMP that wipes out 95% of the weather radios? Anyone thought about that? How are you going to get your transmission? If your TV ain't working, your FM AM radio ain't working, what do you get stuck with? Say 95% of the country's electrical grid gets zapped over nuclear EMPs, right? Hypothetically. Then what happens? TVs won't work. Your DVD players won't work. Your laptops won't work. Your scanners won't work. What is your scanner picking up? The Weather Channel? I mean, literally, there's a weather station. There's like 10 weather stations in the area, in the region. Each area has like 10 weather stations, supposedly, right? Think about the weather is always there, but that's about it. So, Think about it. What happens? No weather, no AM or FM, no TV, no streaming services. Everything gone. Entire country collapses, crumbles. And all that technology we had just goes. Think about it. Think about it. For your communications, this might work at 3/4 of a mile, as long as it doesn't get into the radiated atmosphere and fries out, because the radiation can fry out electronics. Otherwise, you might be stuck indoors for 2 to 3 weeks with a CB radio, talking to people handheld to handheld if they have CB. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Yeah. Doesn't work, and it won't work. So think about it. Think about it, my peeps. Think about it. I want you to think about that. Yeah. Think about it. I, on the other hand, am gonna log off soon, have some dinner, put a movie in. I don't know what movie, but I need some time to think. You'll get your latest morning podcast and news in the morning. So far, there's nothing on the thing except Higgins' email. I forgot about you, Higgins. Sorry about that. And this, so yeah. Yeah. Anyways, Higgins says, I had to pause the video. I can't stop laughing. Okay, why? So, anyways, think about that, peeps. When it comes to prepping. Think about that. Think about it. With that said, think about it. These are the tips. So, my point is, for all of you tonight is I want you guys to just remember to keep on prepping, and your communications is very important too. But you gotta look at the bigger picture here. If something does happen, will you have communications? Will you have phone service? Will you have CBs up and running? If it's handheld, yes. If it's base station, no. FRS and GMRS? Not likely. Unless you have a great FRS or GMRS radio, it won't work. Think about it. So, with that said, everyone, I hope you have a great evening. I hope you have a great, great evening. And just think about it. We'll be reviewing a lot of new prepping products soon for you here on the channel. And hopefully you like it. I might even do it over at Rumble. Just depends. But anyways, I want you guys to think. And then I want you to think, act, and prepare. Make sure to get plenty of canned food, water, gallon per day, or by water purification tablets. It'll tell you how many tablets you need per gallon of water. I should put that on prepper's list before I go. I will give you guys the prepper's list once more. There we go. Water purification tablets. We don't have those. So, Portable Aqua, 50 count. Yep, there you go. Water purification tablets, twin pack, 100 tablets. This item cannot be shipped to your selected. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. They won't ship them to me. See? They want us to die. There we go. What about this one? Portable Aqua. This item cannot be shipped to your location. You gotta be kidding me. Fine, how about Aqua tabs? Oh, here we go. So you got to spend $30 because these dipshits won't let me put in something cheaper because apparently they don't want you having this. See, this is the things that I got to put up with all the time, people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So three tablets, and they're not even allowing it, you know. Yeah, that's the thing. Think about it. Portable aqua tablets. Oh, you can't have portable aqua tablets. What about Cogon drinking water tablets? That might be good. X-Chlor water purification tablet. We get some of these? Because I think it's a bunch of BS that they're not letting us. Ooh, look. Yeah, let's see. Yes, we can have aqua tabs, so let's just put that in the preppers list. You can see this is stuff that you might want to get for your bathtub. Fill your tub up and you got plenty of drinking water, you see. That would save you on buying bottles of water, you know. Portable aqua chlorine dioxide water purification. Nope. How many tablets you get? 50 tablets? This would come in handy for this. So the preppers list does have water purification tablets. So I'm just going through the list to see how many they'll say can. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, what's this? 33 milligrams for 5 liters. So you'd need an entire bottle just for one bathtub. You see that? So you'd have to buy a lot of purification tablets. Yeah, so purifies 1 gallon of water in 1 tablet. So you need 2 boxes of tablets to purify 60 gallons of water, 50 gallons of water. So, but that water would last you, you know. So you got to ask yourself, that's a good idea? Yes, unless you want to buy other water. Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's good enough. You know, where's that water purifying tank? You know. Mm-hmm. $384 for the Big Berkeley gravity-fed water elements. Clean, refreshing water at home. $189. This was 2 filters. Each one filters a different system. So, question is, here you go. You got the Fa Chu. So I'll put those in too for you guys just because. And the Royal Berkeley. These are some expensive ones, but these are the best on the market. The Surex. They don't have a Travel Berkeley that's $300. So, yep, this is the brands that you need. There we go. We're good. We got enough. So let's see here. This provides 8.5 liters of water. Non-electric battery powered. So it takes batteries. Good deal to know that. And it will, right here, 6,000 gallons before you do it. So if you have the $400, then put into that because that'll help you out with your water at home, which you mean you just fill it and then that's it. You drink out of it till it's empty and then you refill it. So let's just put that in the preppers list. Okay, and then you got this one. Isn't bad, I guess. 2 filters. We'll filter 2.5 gallons of water. That means you can drink it each person 1 day. So you'll have to fill it up. So that's the thing you have to look at. But if you have the money, I'd highly recommend doing something like this. Mm-hmm. The Fa Chu, again, is another one. Filters, spigots, etc. You know. Doesn't say how much it is, but I'll just put it in the preppers list. I got 3 others to add to the preppers list, but these water purification systems will help you out immensely. And highly recommended too for all of you. Royal Berkeley, again, it's a Berkeley water. This is 3.5 gallon. It will filter up to 6,000 gallons of water, which means you can use it for outdoor, indoor, etc. I highly recommend this if you have the money. Kind of expensive, but it's well worth the cash. The next one is a Surex, which has not been proven, but, you know, Amazon does ship it, so I don't know. 1,000 gallons of water. So that will help you out for an entire month. You only need about 60 gallons for 2 people, 120 for 4 people. It's something I would highly recommend for your water and only for drinking. I would not recommend this for using it in your toilet, but the Berkeley system is highly, highly recommended if that's what you want to do. So, again, prepping, communications, and water filtration is what you need. So, So that's it, everyone. I'll give you guys a preppers list, but in the meantime, I guess I gotta feed him again, don't I? He's hungry again. Guy eats more than anything. You're gonna eat me out of house and home, Boom Boom. And yes, we do have 2 extra bags we picked up, so we're good on 20 food for 2 months. There you have it. So, please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. Hit the like, subscribe button. Hold some fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Keep the comments nice is all we ask, and God bless you in everything you do.